Hello YouTube, this is me, Elmo Legs. I'm on Christmas vacation at my mom's house. Although the house has been changed a little, this is the house that I grew up in and lived in until I was 21. And I'm feeling a little sentimental this morning, so I am going to make a video of some of the things that are still in this house, places that are still in this house, that remind me of old times. So you all have the privilege of going on a trip with me down memory lane. So let's begin. Although this isn't the same kitchen table, this is the kitchen table has always been in this particular spot, and this window has always been here. My grandmother used to always sit at this end of the table so she could always look out of this window and see exactly what was going on in the neighborhood and what was going on outside. If you look out this window, you can see across the street the church that I was raised in until I was about 17 or 18. Then I switched my membership to another church, but for the good part of my young life, that's the church that I was in. This is the living room, den, whatever you want to call it. This room is a lot different from what it was when I was younger. It looks, almost nothing like what it did when I was younger, but there's still a few places in here that can be, memory spots, if I can use that word. Here, on this place in the floor, this area in the floor right here, is where I spent the night sleeping beside, not with, but sleeping beside my first wife one night, where my mom let us stay here together. So that's a very fond memory. In this corner is where I either this corner or right here in front of the window. I think it was right here in front of the window where I always remember the Christmas tree being. It's not there anymore, but it's where I always remember the Christmas tree being. There's a picture of me as a young buck sitting on the floor right somewhere through here, opening one of my Christmas gifts. That's in my mom's photo album somewhere. And speaking of photo albums, the photo albums are in there, I believe. This spot right here in the kitchen, of course, is where my grandma, well, she was getting older, and you know how older people get, and she was cooking something, I don't know, and I don't know what went wrong, but there was a little small fire, and it burned some of the cabinets and stuff like that, and all of that had to be replaced. But I think my grandmother felt really bad about that, and I don't know, something about her wasn't quite the same after that incident happened. I don't know if she felt guilty for allowing it to happen, or I don't know if she saw a change in herself, or I don't know, but yeah, this isn't the same stove, but this is the same spot. Through this door, which is locked right now, so I don't think I'm gonna go out it, but through this door is where a lot of things in my life has occurred, or I've brought a lot of people into the house, or I've come into the house in all types of hours of the night. I remember standing here in this spot, waiting, looking out of the window, not this same window because the door is different, but looking out of this window, looking for the bus, or maybe looking for my mama to come home, maybe dreading my mama to come home because I had got a bad report at school, or something like this, something like that. This spot has always been where the kitchen phone was. When my first wife and I were dating, I used to be on this phone at all odd hours of the night because she was in the Navy, and there was particular times that she had to call me. But I tell you, I made myself readily available when she could call, and we talked for hours. I don't think we had a cordless phone. I think it was one of those phones with the wire, so I had to pretty much stay in this spot while we talked on the phone, but it was nice. Like I said, I'm not going out there, but this is the sunroom that was built on later in my life. I mean, I was still living here, but it was built on around when I was maybe 13, 14. This is the place where my grandmother had her last birthday party. At that birthday party, she said, if I don't live to see another one, I've enjoyed this one. And it just so happens that she didn't make it to see another one. It also just so happens that I wasn't able to attend that birthday party because I had to work. But if I had known that it was going to be her last, I would have made an effort to be there. This little alcove or little space back there is where I remember coming home and seeing my grandmother move sluggishly between the bathroom and her room, and I noticed that she was breathing really, really, really oddly, and I knew that sometimes when old people say, I don't feel good, or, you're like, you just blow it off, but I knew something was wrong, and, we eventually got to the hospital, and they informed us that my grandmother had had a heart attack. So I remember her walking around through this area here from the bathroom to the bedroom, I guess trying to compose herself or whatever, but I eventually called 911 and we eventually got her to the hospital. So I have to make this quick because we're on our way to leave to go back to West Virginia, but this is the bedroom that I practically grew up in. Although a lot of it has changed, a few things have stayed the same, like this paneling and this whatever it may be. it has seen its better days, but this is the bedroom that I, like I said, pretty much grew up in. That TV and all that hasn't always been here, but yeah. That concludes this trip down memory lane. I am on my way back to West Virginia, and I will see you all there. Alright, bye.